Greetings everyone and welcome back to Caves of Cud and to our level 8 human Archanaut. Well, mutated human, so mostly human Archanaut, Plumbus Mac, who no longer has a buddy to carry around all of his stuff. Much sadness, but hopefully we will find another soon enough. We're going to have to leave those things behind though, drat. Okay, or maybe we're going to have to go back a little otherwise. I mean, I could take one of these little guys with us, possibly. It's not exactly the best option. Ooh, Slumberling has moved around. What did Slumberling do? Exactly. A bat corpse. A bat disturbed the Slumberling. But, on the plus side, well, at least it was at the beginning of the episode and not at the end. This is why you shouldn't mess with Slumberlings at all, ever. Never mess with Slumberlings. Smacked us around until we died pretty quickly as well. Pretty decisively smacked us around and killed us. 13 damage with her claws. Something misses you. 4 versus 11. Turn starts. Yeah. 15 penetration is the problem. I'm fairly certain we had 2 turns. There was nothing I could have done on the second turn that would have got me out of that terrible situation. It's a shame though. I do wish Cud had an option, much like Cataclysm does, that when a new enemy has entered your field of view, it doesn't let you keep moving. I was hoping that given that the Slumberling had moved on from there, we might have been able to sneak around, but the Slumberling awoke. May have actually been woken up by something else it just murderized. Well, dapper rip, Plumbus Mac. It seems without Cthulhu, you were meant for death, and there was nothing that we could do to save you. Oh well. On the plus side, though, does mean that we can start our True Kin run. We've got to look on the bright side, I guess. Let's see. This game ended on Tuesday, August the 7th. Wop, just after I got back. You were killed by a Slumberling. You were level 8. You scored 7,256 points. You survived for 7,552 turns. You found 2 layers. The most advanced artifact in your possession was a telescopic monocle. On the Ides of Ur-Ut, you arrived in Joppa, or Joppa. Sacred ring, ritual, you shared your water with a Mehmet. You discovered the lair of Ewer, the legendary snapjaw scavenger. Wow. Okay. Well done, you. Tombstone is being saved, and let's head out. Time for a new game, it seems. Create a new character. This time we shall be a True Kin. Now, True Kins have a lot more points to spend. So let's take our stats up to 19 and see what we're going to do with that. There we go. We'll take these up to 8. And drop these down by 1 point each. There we go. Well, don't specifically need ego. Willpower is always useful. I would like some more strength and some more agility, and then they can be risen up to 20 fairly quickly. Okay. Right, now we've got 3 arcologies and 4 casts in each arcology. The Crystal Mortars of the Yawning Moon, the Ice-Sheathed Arcology of Ubul, or Ibul, and the Toxic Arboreta of Ecumykie, the Holy City. Horticulturalist, 10 pleadant resistance, plus 3 intelligence. We could go with the Priest of All Moons, more toughness and more willpower. That would mean that we would have significantly more survivability there. That's quite tempting. More agility. Flurry, offhand strikes, ambidexterity, jungle wilderness. Lionheart, poison resistance. We'd get butchery and axe proficiency starting off with there. That would be quite nice. Strength, toughness, and willpower there. Long blade proficiency, block, shield, slam, steady hands. The Praetorian Ice Sheet, a Praetorian from the Ice Sheet Arcology of Ebel. Tempting. Child of the Hearth, more strength. Child of the Wheel, more agility, strength, and ego. Maybe. Short blade and axe proficiency. Cleave, offhand strikes. And also Iron Mind. Child of the Deep. A lot more toughness. And the Fuming Godchild. Poison tolerance, meditate, Lionheart, fasting way, and intimidate. No, I think not. It's probably either going to be a Priest of the All Moon. I'm quite tempted for the Priest of the All Moon. Though a Praetorian is pretty nice. Yeah, okay, we're going to go with the Praetorian. Right, now we get to choose one cybernetic implant. Stabilizer arm locks, perhaps, which would give us... our agility is treated as if it was 6 points higher when we're checking our range accuracy. If we just wanted to punch people a lot, we could go for carbide hand bones. The blue carbide merely dents where weak collagen would be smashed to bits. Our fists would deal 2d36 damage, which is actually an awful lot. Pentaceps. The quadrant of knee joint extensors gain the assistance of a synthetic fifth. Quartet, rather. Your charge range is increased by 4 spaces. That's actually quite a lot. You'd become as capable of charging as a Slumberling. Let's see. Cherubic visage. Carnal instructions dictate the reformation of the face's bone structure and plump tissue mass into a soft and angelic countenance. Through such thaumaturgy, the people of Hore-Ubul, cradled in the breast of the collapsed ice shelf, wander its lamplight streets in rosy-cheeked disinterest. No. That one's Ubul only. Rapid release finger flexes? No, I don't think we need that one. Translucent skin. We gain extra dodge value. Not super into that. Or better throwing muscles. 6 move speed. That's actually quite nice. Night vision. Tempted. Nerve-packed retina scatters incoming radiation and bends light so the irises turn jade. Optical techno scanner. You gain access to the precise hit points, armor, and dodge values of robotic creatures, and you automatically identify artifacts. Or optical bioscanner. You gain access to the precise hit points, armor, and dodge values of biological creatures. Minuscule graphene array that processes optical data against a repository of organic life forms. Or we could get lots of heat, cold, and electrical resistance. Honestly... difficult one with this, I think. Because none of these particularly help out for me, I don't think. Parabolic muscular subroutine. We would always hit something if we throw it at them. It's kind of nice, but I think it's going to be an optical bioscanner. It's not the usual cybernetic I would go with, and that's why I'm going with it here. It'll be an interesting play to go with. Now, question is, who's this going to be? Also, where are we going to start? A random village in the salt marsh. Village teaches harvestry. 50 reputation with insects and fish. Start with a pair of crocuses. We could have a random village in the salt dunes. A village teaches fasting way. That might actually be quite nice. An extra 100 reputation with reptiles. A random village in the desert canyons. Village teaches wayfaring, and a random village in the hills. Village teaches butchering. Start with a blood-stained neck ring. Sorry. We could go with the salt dunes. It would be an interesting start. Alright, a random village in the salt dunes then. There we go. What is our name? That is a good question. Our name in this case is Ravian. There we go, Ravian. Let us hope you'll last a little bit longer than my previous characters. It does suck to come back to the game after a day off and then immediately die. But we're not going to let such things get in our way. We embark for the caves of Cud. On the 5th of Tishru, Tishru, is that the first Ux? Well, I'm not sure. Tishru Ux, you arrive at the village of Shad. On the horizon, Cud's jungle strangle chrome steepled and rusted archways to the earth. Further and beyond, the fabled spindle rises above the fray and pierces the cloud-ribboned sky. Press space. Very well. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got first and foremost. Right now, I've got a Praetorian's cloak, bit of dodge, chainmail, -1 dodge, so we've still got a net gain of a dodge and 3 armor block. We've got a steel longsword, very nice. Penetration of 6 with the possibility of going to 7. We've got a desert rifle. Nice, with a lead slug. On our left hand, we've got a shield. Now, we are currently at -1 dodge value. But when our shield kicks in, we've got an extra 3 armor value, which is significant. We've also got some leather boots. So we're very much going for protection here. Very much going for armor value over anything else. Got a bunch of torches that we're not using. Got some blaze, love, rubber gum, salve, and shade oil injectors. Some of these can be used for food. We've got a chem cell and a solar cell. The solar cell is particularly nice. Now, the thing with the solar cell is, as you might imagine, a shimmering silver cube. The cell will slowly recharge if left in sunlight. So we have a fuel cell that we can recharge. The chem cell will eventually deplete completely. A small metallic block. This is the most common energy cell seen in the wastes. Indeed. We've got an Iskari banner. Let's equip that. Against the Praetorian's cloak. Probably not, actually. Let's have a look, though. Assault spangled crimson banner of the Iskari nomad people. Plus 200 reputation with the Iskari tribe. Might be worth it. Let's equip that and then have a look at the Praetorian cloak. A fine decorated cloak of the Ubulian Praetorian. I mean, I like the extra dodge value, but we're in the land of the Iskari right now, so it might be worth it to keep. This isn't a heavy cloak, so we can always keep it and then switch out when we need to. Actually, by that same logic, we could wear it and then switch to this when we need to, I guess. They both weigh exactly the same. Alright. Now, unlike mutations, you don't just get cybernetics every so often, so bear that in mind. Let's have a look at our active effects. Defensive stance. Plus 2 dodge value while wielding a long blade in the primary hand. There we go. So our actual dodge value isn't negatively affected. But I do want to show you what we've got here. So, we've got steady hands and draw a bead. Means that we are much more capable when it comes to fighting enemies. Wow, that music's actually pretty cool, but loud. Steady hands. For the purpose of determining your accuracy with bows and rifles, your agility is treated as if it were 4 points higher, which is very nice. Oops, it's not what I meant to press. Draw a bead. You spend a turn to draw a bead on a target and mark it. Whenever you fire at a marked target with a bow or rifle, your agility is treated as if it were 2 points higher for the purpose of determining your accuracy. There we are. So, in total, if we spend the time to draw a bead, we'll get 6 extra points of agility for determining whether we hit the target or not. Long blade proficiency, you gain access to 2 stances. Aggressive stance, while wielding a long blade in your primary hand, your long blade attacks gain 1 penetration, but minus 2 to hit. Or, defensive stance, where we will gain plus 2 dodge value. Now, minus 2 to hit, not great. Unless we're fighting something we know we can take out, and then the plus 1 penetration will actually take us up to 7 out of a possible 8. And at that point, there's very few weak enemies that will have armor that would be able to withstand that. So we're probably going to be doing multiple hits of significant value against them. Shield. So, block. As long as you wield a shield, there is a 50% chance you block 1 melee attack per round. When you block an attack, you add the shield's AV bonus to your AV for that attack, and then shield slam. We can activate it. You attempt to knock an opponent prone and deal strength modifier D4 plus your shield's AV bonus in damage. Your opponent gets a chance to resist. It's a strength save with a difficulty of 20 plus your strength modifier. Whenever you charge an opponent with a shield equipped, you get a free shield slam attack against it. So that's actually quite nice. Deft blocking, your chance to block a shield improves to 75%. Swift blocking, you may block an additional attack per round. Staggering block, whenever you block an opponent's attack, there is a strength times 2 minus 35% chance that your opponent is stunned for 1 to 2 rounds. And then shield wall. For the next 3 rounds, you automatically block all incoming melee attacks. May not be used with bucklets. We need to get to 25 willpower. That will be hard for us. But should you get there, and I do love that every skill, even ones that you would assume were, well, this is primarily a physical skill, quite a lot of them will have, they'll draw from other types of pools, like in this case, a mental pool. Where if you do happen to have kind of more of a jack of all trades, you do get some pretty powerful abilities with that. We've got Make Camp. So we've actually already got that. We don't need to learn Wayfaring for it. But if we did, we'd get Mind's Compass as well, which is, not a bad one. And there's quite a few wilderness lore that we can take. I don't think we've got any other points in anything else. So we're going to be having a look at that later. We'll probably want to get into tinkering because, obviously all sorts of great things that we can do with that. 4 parsangs west and 4 parsangs north of Red Rock. Shad. Okay, we'll leave Shad on the other. I think this is the location that we're currently at. Now, doggos love us. because doggos are awesome. Let's go and have a look at the Iskari. How would the Iskari take to us? Okay, even with the banner, it would be rough. But we might be able to get it up. With a bit of effort, we might be able to get into a point where at least they don't care about us. And so their passive people would not necessarily think to just straight up attack us. Our armor value is 4 and our dodge value is 8. Not too bad for a start. Okay, so these are the salt dunes. This is just going to be some salt there, more than likely. Right, let's have a look around. What have we got? In fact, let's actually have a look at this. A bronze brazier. The polished bronze glows in the firelight. I like that. Right, let's have a look. It's not owned by you. Yeah, I think so. 2 cracked lenses. Yeah, sure, I'll take them. An engraved chest, really. A simple chest made from dried brine stalk. Engraved on this object is a scene from the history of the village Shad. Anguish to Benethesda, Stephaham, legendary mechanimist pilgrim who promotes those who oppose livestock and philosophy. Okay, you note that this piece of information in the village histories Shad. Alright, well, let's have a look around. I managed to just go straight in here. Let's have a look at this. Okay, exactly the same thing. It's an engraved canvas folding chair. I wonder if I could just get that. Could I? How heavy is this? Yes, I will take it. How heavy are you? Crazy chair that I just picked up. £2. Okay. I might carry it with me and might sell it for something. I don't know. It isn't great after all. What else is around here? Nothing there. I mean, this is a village, so we should find some people here that I can talk with, I would hope. Okay. It's neutral. It is absolutely impossible. But because of my bioscanner, I know it has 300 hit points and 17 armor. It has a -10 to its dodge, however. A mass of flesh 2 stories high, the salt kraken dominates the landscape, churning the earth beneath its inexorable advance. Base demeanor, docile. I'm glad. If I ever get a weapon that has a decent amount of penetration, which is very unlikely unless it's some sort of artifact weapon, then maybe I could take out a salt kraken and maybe get like 500 DXP or something. It would be something dumb, considering how hard of a task it would be to take out a salt kraken. Alright, let's see you. A desecrated engraved stone statue of Benethesda Stephaham, legendary mechanimist pilgrim. Desecrated. This object has been desecrated by vandals. The statue worked from stone intricately depicts Benethesda Stephaham, legendary mechanimist pilgrim. The pilgrim wears a costume of humility, simple frock, wide-brimmed hat, cerulean scarf, slouched back, and weary eyes. And it's exactly the same thing as we've seen before, but let's have a look in. Hello. Another bloody zealot of the 6-day stilt. You get everywhere. Equip the Canticles Chromatic versus something to something. I'm not actually going to pretend I can quickly look that up. I could sit there and work it out, but no. Can I get up there? Can I climb over it? No, I can't. What about a Dromad merchant? Go on, then let's have a chat with you. Wanderer, orphan of the salt, hear me. To the north and the west, through the great salt desert, the 6-day stilt splits the earth in 2. Seek there the grandeur of Shekinah, first among fathers. Release yourself from the burden that chrome bears on your sickly flesh. No, I like my chrome bits, thank you very much. Live and drink, friend, or my services are available if you have work to offer. Hold your tongue, soothsayer, the salt pools beneath the feet of those who dare command me. My services are available if you have work to offer. Talk to Elder Yaktotsal or chokes on serpents. Thank you, I have more to ask. Okay. What awaits me there? Deliverance awaits for all pilgrims. At that site you will find the cathedral, magnificent in its splendour. There are statues erected in honour of the Argent Fathers. There are sublime reliefs depicting our most cherished occasions. Here, too, the wisdom of Eshelstadat II, our highest priest, and make a donation at the sacred well. Worship at the light sculptures of Shekinah himself. You will find other pilgrims amongst the merchant tents at the Stilt Grounds Bazaar, other converts and priests. You will be among friends. Very well, I will make the journey and see the 6-day stilts for myself. That's nice. Now, I have no idea if taking from this crate would be a particularly worthwhile thing to do, so I'm not going to do it. Welcome, human. What do you desire? Do you have work that needs doing? Speak to Elder Yakotsatl or chokes on serpents. I mean, if they're known as chokes on serpents, I guess someone was available to get them to unchoke, because that seems like it would be a posthumous title, not one that someone would have while alive. Still, I got some food cubes, that's good. Will you buy this off me? No. Oh, well, you can have it anyway. I've got very little to give you. Leather armor, don't need it. Leather boots, don't need those. Nylon body pack wouldn't be too bad. Spectacles, studded leather armor, no, don't want it. A vinewood sap mask, I wouldn't mind the weird artifacts though. Still, probably not going to get them. I will, however, take 3 bandages because they are useful things to have. Carbide longsword. 6 to 8 is very expensive though. Don't think I could easily expect to use that. Folded carbide dagger would be nice. See, a buckler can be worn on the arm, whereas a shield has to be held in the hand. Carbide dagger would be great in my offhand, but extremely expensive. 1d8 is not a small amount. Steel utility knife, however, I think I can afford it. I will take this. Borderlands revolver is pretty nice. I think I could pick up a buckler, actually. I'll probably find plenty of bucklers out there. I will probably find plenty of them. Alright, I'll make this offer. You're going to get most of my water here. Yes. Very well, 66 drams. Yes, you can have it, I suppose. Trade complete. Thank you. Right, what I would like to do then is, although I can't hold the shield and the dagger at the same time, I will wield the knife for now. And then, should I spot an enemy who I think is dangerous for me, I'll switch to the shield. Engraved slat, wood slat are megaliths to a child. Feather pillows are cold meadows. Here are the boundaries of their dusk world. What a wonderful way to say that. Engraved, this item is engraved with the scene from the life of the ancient Sultan, Guriad III. Acting against the prohibition on the practice of water fasting, Guriad III led an army to the gate of a Danalil Tanglay. She liberated its citizens, and they proclaimed her Sultan of Qud. In her honour, they changed the name of Danalil Tanglay to Guriad Platz. My lord, my tongue finds it very difficult to work over these things. Plus 5 reputation with the Kakwo flock. Alright. And engraved with the same thing of Shad. Very well. Nice to know. And this is me. Let's carry on looking around. Not too much down here that I care about. Let's see if there's much up here that I care about. Nope, nothing there either. Can't go into that wall, thankfully. And this is an Elder Yaktotsal. This feathered serpent glides upon great leathery wings. The air about the colourful plumage shimmers with heat, and she leaves in her wake a blazing trail. This is a very dangerous creature, hated by goat folk for casting doubt on their beliefs. Alright, so you are actually Assault Strider. I took 1 damage. I walked over a Fractus. Oh, that's not so great. Let's have a look at this. Particularly prickly penal patch. I'm not going to worry about that. Well, let's have a chat with this serpent. Wanderer, welcome to the village of Shad. We are a society who cherish those who emit electromagnetic pulses and denounce Benethesda Stephaham, legendary mechanimist pilgrim. Above all else, you may drink of our fresh water and quench your thirst. Very well. I'm looking for work. Looks around warily. Come close. My ruse is nearly complete. There is just a single step remaining. I need someone to go to Gold Dodecahedron Tashan and open the pure auto door there. No, I cannot tell you why. Will you? I will compensate you for your labor. This conversation never happened. Very well. I shall go there. I've received a new quest, and I've noted its location. Marvelous. Let me pop in here and have a look around. Can I close this door? Yes. I have closed the painted door. What is it painted with? The same thing, I've seen it. What about you? Engraved hookah, 2 drams of fresh water. A crystal water pipe with several smoking stems. Engraved with the same stuff we've seen everywhere, so I don't need to do anything with that. But I take a puff on the engraved hookah. Yeah. I was actually going to try and empty it of its water, but that is also an acceptable response. More crack lenses. Close the doors behind me. What have we got over here? Nothing down there. Nothing much down here either. Anyone in here? No, not yet. How long would I like to sleep? I don't want to actually sleep. I wanted to just look. Gilead the First. In 68, Gilead was sailed by an aspirant over an ordinance mandating the practice of contemplating the meaning of things. She won and had the claimant imprisoned. She was 56 years old when that happened. Very well. Let's have a look over here. Not owned by me. That's fine. No one's here to see. More crack lenses. Is that all I'm going to find? Might be. But that's still fine. Still stuff I don't have otherwise. I might just be able to sell the crack lenses or something. Now, is there anyone around? Don't think so. Yes. More crack lenses. And... yes. All the crack lenses are now mine. Has this got anything new? Nope. Let's find out what's up here. Nothing much. Very well, onwards we go. Close that door. No one's in here to spot me taking all of their crack lenses. They are going to wonder. It's like, I'm sure I didn't see that many crack lenses earlier. What the dickens? Let's have a look at these. No. You should always check things out if you can. Otherwise, you stand a risk of missing some particularly choice bit of information. What's this? This is probably... no, this is a mechanist pilgrim. The pilgrim wears a costume of humility. Alright, so are you the person that everyone's been writing about? I mean, I don't know. And down here we have... chokes on serpents. Oh, right, so you're 2 different people, I see. Moon and sun, wisdom and will. Nomadic living is no way to thank those who emit electromagnetic pulses. I like this place. I feel they will get on with me and my my chrome bits. Eventually, I'll find a chrome bit that emits electromagnetic pulses. My services are available if you have work. Speak to chokes on serpents. Very well. You have anything to trade? No, you got a little bit of food. Very well. Smokes on serpents? Chokes on serpents. Hello. You have work that needs doing. May the earth yield for us this season. Looks around anxiously. Friend, I have a secret scheme I'm setting into motion. I need someone to go to Ekarnip and put something on the low mensa of the holy trefoil there. No, I cannot tell you why. What do you think? I will reward your services, but tell no one of this. Yes, I will put something on the low mensa of the holy trefoil as you ask. Then I'll immediately get killed, no doubt. But we've got more locations, which I'm always happy to find, especially after just finishing one run. Let's have a look at you. Has simple disease prevention-based effects to cooked meals. Honey. Very nice. I accept. Yoink. This is now mine. I'll put it in here. Yes. Can't get over there. Close this door, close that door. Grab my cracked lenses. And then, let's go over here. An engraved clay oven. Everything here is engraved. And I do like. The fire breathes warmth into your bones. Eat sweet seared porridge. Very well. You start to metabolize the meal, gaining the following effects for the rest of the day. Reflect. 3% damage back to your attackers. Rounded up. And 14 heat resistance. That's actually not a bad one. Wow. I like it. Have a look around here, though, before I go further. Let me just close that door. Oh, no, nothing down there. Okay. Let's close that door. Hello. Peace, friend. This is an Isakari rifler. I'm surprised that... you're alright with talking with me, honestly. I will take all of your lead slugs. I have to give you a whole 1 dram for that stuff. I'll give you 2 torches in exchange for your 2 bullets. That'll be useful, you know. If the only thing that I need is 1 more shot, then it's a worthwhile trade. Trade complete. Thank you. Now you have less bullets. I could fight you, and you wouldn't have anything to use in your gun. But they are docile. Okay. I would look at this. Desecrated by vandals. The statue worked from marble, integrated. It depicts Benethusta Seraphim, legendary mechanist. Yeah, I mean, they don't like them. So I'm not going to pray at this one. Funnily enough. I wouldn't want anyone to see me doing it. I might have done it if they couldn't see me. Who knows? Just to be that kind of guy. But, oh, hello. Peace, friend. Nomadic living is no way to thank those who emit electromagnetic pulses. You've got nothing to trade. Very well. Live and drink. What we got up here? Nothing up there. Close that one. And in here, we have a box that is curiously on fire. Also, a lacquered painted Klein. Convivia in the Limen, the boundary between sun-baked Mogaryi and the shade of the Spindle. Mogaryi is the salt plains to the west of the map that we saw from Joppa. Involves the mulling of cider, holography, and the arrangement of clini at the right angles. Lacquered, this item cannot rust, and is painted with the information from Shad, much like everywhere else. Bronze brazier, painted chest, there we are, and that's 1 dram of honey. I think I'll grab that. Yes, I would like it, and I will pop it in there. Yes, always grab as much honey as you can. Cracked lenses, how did I guess? Let me have a look at this painted door. Goes nowhere in particular. I like to close all these doors so that no one can see what I'm about to do. Don't mind me. I do like finding places like this because there's so much information there. Same thing. They really like this story. They like putting it everywhere. 3 drams of fresh water. I wonder if I can get on there and take. I could take the whole hookah. Yes. Okay. And painted 4-poster bed. Wood meticulously turned into columns and ornamentally whittled. Quilted downs were bartered from the seamstresses on the banks of the river Spy, layered as a cake and frosted with pillows. Here, the moneyed slumbering finds a favoured ingress to the dreaming dale. I actually quite like the description there. However, what I would like to do is pour this into something else. Pour it into a container. Yep. In there. All of them. Thank you. Fill and smoke. No. I'll drop the hookah. I don't want to take their hookah. Come on now. I'm emptying it of water, sure. But I'm not going to take the whole thing. That's just... I took the chair once, okay? It's different. Totally different. What we got over here? And yes, they're just cracked lenses, but that was a whole hookah. Right. We got Mimic and the Madpole, or 2 and the Peaceful Rain. I'm going to take them. Nothing to take. Oh, they should... Oh, really? Can I not take them? Okay. Oh, there we are. I can get it. Womp. You don't own this engraved wooden bookshelf. Are you sure you want to take... Or 2 and the Peaceful Rain? Yes. And this one as well. Also get. Yes. What we might do... I like it that the icon changed. Engraved a Barathrum clock. Barathram's invention records time to the momentary tick by regulating its advance with a crown wheel. On learning of its utility, the Water Barons commissioned the assembly of dozens more in order to take precise measures of their reservoirs at set moments of the day. And engraved globe. In high relief, folds and knots of sandy-hued shapes crown the sapphire surface of the spherical model. The juxtaposition of scales, the proportion of sea to land, and the collective wisdom harnessed to devise such a thing make your head spin. Good old Barathamites. Pretty much everything has got the same thing. Do guard this alembic and find Mammon Soul Drinker. Ooh, Mammon Soul Drinker is a particularly interesting character. and we will be reading that one towards the end of this episode. Probably painted with something. Yes, exactly the same thing that everything else is painted with. We can slip up here. Haha! I have bypassed the whole door. Well, actually, no, there is no door up here. Slender crate, exactly the same thing. Canvas folding chair, we're not going to take that. The clock, however, might actually be worth quite a lot, but I'm not going to steal their clock. The odd chair going awry. It's fine, but armillary sphere. Brass gears, balls, and rings turn in precise mimicry of worlds and stars. Oh, lovely. Alright, we are going to grab 20 spans tall, volume 7. Grab you. Yes. And then... And Slew King Rhodos himself. Volume something. Volume 6. I will take this one. Yes. We have become more learned, or we will do, towards the end of this episode. I'll sell books that I've read, but I'm not going to sell books that I haven't read yet. Damn it. I think that's most of this place. There we go. Pop here. Pop. Is that everything? I think we have now explored the majority of the internals of this place, which is quite cool. What else we got? Is there anything over there new? Very well. I don't think there were any other doors that we went through. What we could do now is use auto explore, which I believe is, what was it, numpad 0? There we go. Just to make sure I've seen everything. Right, there's nowhere else to explore. We have literally investigated everything in this place. But I have not looted all of the places I have investigated, which is unfortunate. You can set up auto explore to do that for you, but I'm not sure how it interacts with things that you don't own. So I don't recommend doing it. Cracked lenses. Also, I would totally like this. Yes, cracked lenses. Get whatever's in here. Yes, probably honey. Do you want... Oh, no. Cancel. Cancel. Let me go back. Let me just have a look at this. What was in there? Oh! There's add wine. I should have looked down in the bottom, because I'm a derp. I didn't. We'll pop it in here then. Yep, all of them. Oh wow, got a lot of things in here. Not owned by me. It'll have cracked lenses in it though, so I want those. I mean, if... some cider... If we were a tinkerer, that would be great. Let's pop all of the drams of cider in there. Now, is there anything else down here? Nope. Over there? Nope. Over here we have a box that I will take everything out of. And I do believe that was everything in this place. Except we have got a Mechanimist Pilgrim. What do you have? Just vine wafers. Very well, Mechanimist Pilgrim. Thank you very much. Let's go and trade. Oh, no, come back. Chokes on serpents. Oh, right. Sorry, don't want to talk to you yet. I need to find someone who will buy things off me. I think it was you in here. Yes, Dromad Merchant. Very well, welcome human. What do you desire? I want to sell you things I may or may not have stolen. The books, as you can see, worth a fantastic amount, which is why you should pick them up. Got 32 cracked lenses. I'll give them all. I'll get 56 drams for that. Not bad. All things considered, that would allow me to buy some of these items if I really wanted them. I don't think there's really much else that I want here. The buckler, maybe. For times when I'm not wielding my shield. I wonder if you could wear a buckler and a shield and then have an extra chance to not lose, to block, in a way. This item grants the wearer plus 250 reputation with unshelled reptiles. I may as well go for it, sure. Is there anything else? Not really. Though I wouldn't mind all 4 of these. Actually... No. Let's grab all of that. So I'll have to pony up 2 drams, sorry. But that's fine. Trade complete. We've now got a lot of money's worth of trade goods on us. We've compacted the weight quite a lot. I forgot where I stood. That didn't go too well. Right, let's have a quick peek outside. Where are we? Okay, we're not actually far from Joppa. We could pop over to Red Rock. We could also Head straight over here. The gold decahedron Tashan. Oh, that's the archway. Where are the other locations you wanted me to visit? I see them not yet on the map. I'm sure I'll be able to find them eventually, though. But we're going to wrap up this first episode. I know we've met a new character. Select the dance, done it. Yeah, I'll just go to Shad. I won't go into the center of Shad, but that's fine. But yes, we will be heading out in the very next episode, out into the wilds to see what we can do. I did say I was going to read a book though, didn't I? Thinking about it, I probably should. Okay, so let's have a look. We'll read Find Mammon Soul Drinker Volume 2. Let's have a read of that. 4 pages, that's not too bad. River is close. Folks got to know by the hillside native on his first visit to the ground. Okay, so we're missing out the beginning of this, but we'll probably store it in information. The risk of drawing a moon-dotted beast is too late. Make sure Sparafukel survives the attack. I stood by his side as he thinks water is, especially outside smoky towns, but both have varied qualities in different parts. The 2 clans warred for 4 bloody days. I said, "Good day, sir. I am at your target." After knowing this, we are ravenous friends, and oft succumb to fits of maddened fury. Astronomical observations show that the ether is the nature of this pig cheese cuboid, I said. "Good day, sir. I am free." Markings and etches on their hulls had no resonance for me then. The conjecture ripened to the steel shaft. The spindle scintillates in watery effigy on her surface. Kayakukia, which is a village with an ape, I'll take you there eventually, is a vision of madness, for they can be accounted for by the dromads. Lease control of their air, whereas in a variety of prosthetic arms, minus or down arrow to walk upstairs, plus or up 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 arrow to walk upstairs. You may be getting an idea that he's quite mad. That is because he is quite mad. Downstairs, to rest upon its torso, there is no reason for believing that the so-called lumiferious ether might be the one concerned in all shades and tints. These are due to dust in ether is precisely like any other part everywhere and always, and there was a deep, furnacy red. But throw in some fine white powder and the cerulean silhouette of a water vine. The relevant excerpt reads, Ro, the twinning Thor. Now, you might be wondering why I said this character was interesting. Mammon Soul Drinker has a certain quality, or rather, was drawn to madness by a certain being that maybe one day we'll learn something of, but almost, well, one would hope we'll never see because basically a god, and if we see it, that's probably really super bad. But understand that, yeah, this is meant to be a completely mad book. Because it's written by a completely mad character who was driven mad by a completely possibly mad but super powerful character. And the lore of Cud, whilst random and chaotic at sometimes, has a certain beauty to it because everything has meaning, even the mad writings of a mad individual, that we may get to at some point. Ataken devoted 18 months to compare the amount of damage this weapon will usually penetrate with ease, but that is spread through the land. We're not going to read too much into this. I'll page through it. But understand it's meant to be completely bonkers. I've never read the book before, but yeah, it's meant to be completely bonkers. So people must have had the mechanics of wave motion plainly in mind, or he would have been shaped from chrome. Cairo II proved to be assured that Walla Patton really imitated nature in the home kiln of a semantic extension of the sadness of maybe one day needing foam and not having it. Truly stirs the soul. The pale sea's waves break on the paper jackets of the consortium of Feta has relocated there and declared itself Earl of Omonporch. Oh, but there are visible about 100 million making such estimate of their substance and energy. During the enterprise of invention, you sometimes require the use of their ape god. They hope to propitiate him and garner his favour and protection. Oth, founded by Freeman Oth, and venture into Mogari Yi, never to return. A top will spin longer on a game board. A top will spin longer on a game board, sorry. If favoured courtiers in thick haze, he counted only 13,000. And on that note, we're going to wrap up the episode. I really do hope you've enjoyed this one and will be joining me for the next. But until then, live and drink, friends.